Hello Godzilla fans, what's going on? It's the Poster 64 back here with another Godzilla figure review. Another one from the Godzilla vs. Kong line. This one is the Playmates Godzilla with Heat Ray figure. This guy, another one in their kind of 6-inch line to match with the Godzilla, the Kong, and the Skullcrawler that they came out with. Real quick, let's bust out his packaging. Just knock that out really quick. If you've seen any other videos from this line, super similar to the old Bandai Godzilla vs. Kong. There's Godzilla with the Heat Ray there. There are a couple of logos. Battle damage reveal. Pretty basic side there. Back showing the line. You can read this little blurb if you'd like. Read this little blurb if you'd like. Pretty simple packaging. There's that last corner. Bottom just shows you how to put the tail in. Godzilla came sitting here. His battle damage came there. His Heat Ray came sitting there. Not a huge fan how they call it the Heat Ray. They should be calling it the Atomic Breath there. But, so here's what you got. Again, super similar to the other Godzilla, the Radio Tower Godzilla that we've already talked about. This guy here. Only difference is being he's not come with the Radio Tower. He comes with that Heat Ray. And then his, the coloration is actually a little different. Let's jump in and take a look at the differences there first. Set down these accessories. So, just color variations. This guy, the Godzilla here we're talking about, is definitely a little darker, probably a little more screen accurate color on his body. Doesn't have this kind of light color to him, and then his spines are obviously pretty glowy. But pretty much the same sculpt body they use. They just use different colors and paints on him. So put that guy back aside. Really quick, let's grab his, take a look at this guy. It's pretty basic and small. Just has a little nub there, and you can actually open up this guy's mouth. Let's see if we can take a good look and see. Can't see it too good. It gets pretty dark back in there, but there's actually a little place in the top where this just kind of plugs in, and then he can sit there and hold his breath. Obviously, it's really small. Does not scale well to the other atomic breaths we've had on some other figures before, but this is the first Playmates one we've had. So not super horrible, but not ideal. Another small downside is obviously the really cool coloration is in his spines, which is actually a really cool color they have. You can see they're pretty translucent, but again, dead cut off right at his head there. And then another pretty, not a horrible fade out here, but it definitely gets weaker and weaker as the chunks of the tail go on. Really quick jumping into articulation. Same as the other Godzilla if you saw it. This tail piece is kind of on a ball joint, so you can get some swivel, you can get some spin. The legs can move from, and pretty much stuck in there, in where his body will let him move. Arms can go 360, as well as the head can go about comfortably there. You could probably force it a little more, but I'm not going to. Not a ton of articulation out of the head. And this guy's got a stance, so he's kind of got one leg in front of the other, and they're kind of I think they're differently. If you try and even out the legs, you can see his foot is not even, so he's definitely meant to stand kind of with one leg slightly back. Again, same as the other Godzilla, you have this battle damage piece here. We could take a quick peek at that. So there's just a little peeling thing here. Peel that right up, reveal the battle damage there. This one was a little harder to put in than the first Godzilla, but it's still a pretty easy. You just line up these little grooves there, and you push that guy in. And again, the battle damage, like I was saying on the other figure, I'm glad the battle damage is a little, you can't really see it too easily when it's in. It doesn't look horrible, so I definitely like that, especially for this figure only having about a $10 price point on him. Real quick, we'll do some sizing, bust out the ruler again. You can see pretty much hits right at the 6-inch mark. And I brought a couple figures over to compare them to. We've already kind of seen them stand next to the other Godzilla from the Playmates. Really quick, obviously, we'll bust out the Kong from that same line. See how those guys scale. Not too horrible scaling. Obviously, we haven't seen these guys side by side on the screen yet, so I'm not 100% sure how they'll scale. We've only really seen that picture on the battleship, in which this looks pretty accurate to their sizing, I suppose. Not too bad. I also have brought a couple of similar Godzillas. I have the NECA Godzilla King of the Monsters, with his kind of atomic body look. So they're pretty similar in size. This Godzilla here is a little more hunched over. Obviously, NECA does a better job. The price point's about double, but the NECA figure definitely vastly superior in almost all the details. Even this is the NECA atomic breath piece here versus the Playmates. So almost twice the length. Nice, cool color details on this one. And then it came with that big explosion piece, which I didn't bring over. But so definitely a better figure overall from the NECA. And then obviously I brought over, just for the heck of it, a figure way outside the price range of this guy. I brought the Spitfire Godzilla from 2014, holding the Muto head there. And this one's got my favorite atomic breath piece. Again, way better than the Playmates. But again, this figure is going to be more in the $120 to $150 price range versus the 10 of this guy. So I just wanted to bust out a couple of those guys to do size comparisons, and they stand pretty close to even. But obviously the detailing and everything is no comparison. But so there's your figure. You got the Godzilla with Heat Ray from Playmates, representing the Godzilla versus Kong line in the upcoming film. Pretty solid figure for the $10 price range. Definitely some downsides, most of which being the coloring. But he is. I like the coloration of the figure's body again more than the radio tower Godzilla. So there is your Heat Ray Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Kong from Playmates. Guys, thank you so much for staying tuned and watching this video. Stay tuned. We're going to talk about the rest of the figures in this Godzilla vs. Kong line from Playmates. We'll start going on some other stuff. So thanks for watching and stay tuned.